then
I
after talking with him, we came
recording.
up. Oh, we're recording. Well, I guess I'm sharing this publicly. But then we come up with a different podcast idea, which was way funnier.
Subliminal podcast.
That would be funny, but that's not it.
It's called the Suck and Fuck podcast.
That it would be funny, but that's not it.
Fucking kill you.
The whole idea is that we're on the we're on like a Discord server, and like you just do podcast things. Except there's one person also in the call who's muted and playing like Roblox, and that's the podcast.
What?
Oh god. Okay, I think I do need to quit Firefox. This is not gonna work. I hate having to reload my fucking tabs when I open the game.
Like every time.
You should just be able to press Control-Shift-T when you open it next.
No, I don't mean like getting the tabs back. Like they'll be saved. I just mean them loading.
Fair.
But yeah, well, like the person is playing Roblox, we would like sometimes comment on the gameplay, except anytime the guest star like mentions the fact that there's somebody playing Roblox, like we just completely ignore the fact that there's somebody playing Roblox.
Okay.
And that's like the gimmick of the podcast.
Anyway.
It's just like a whole bunch of like influential like creators on a podcast, and in every episode, like inconspicuously, even when the audience doesn't know, just the people are going like, why is there somebody in this like voice call playing Roblox? And it's like never explained.
That does seem like a good podcast.
See?
You gonna join the server?
Me? No.
Oh, true.
I'm playing on a parkour server right now. It's kind of cool.
Are you actually not joining?
No, I'll join.
Okay.
But also the parkour server I've been playing on is really cool. It gives me a lot of nostalgia. It reminds me of old school Minecraft servers that aren't stupid hub based with factions and skyblock. I despise those types of servers. It's just an old fashioned server where people make parkour maps and you play them, and if you're respected in the community, then you can also make parkour maps. It's really cool.
Zam.
Oh, there's the thing I want to talk about related to that, but we should save that for like a discussion point.
Okay.
It's not Minecraft related. It's
it down,
like
please.
general.
Please write it down.
I'll remember it. Don't worry.
Just write it. Write it down.
Should I write it in Discord chat so you guys can see it?
I don't care. Just write it somewhere. You won't remember.
Here, I'll just DM one of my friends. Alright.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. This is the Minecraft Podcast 2.
Actually, it's the Minecraft Podcast 3.
No, it's not. This is the Minecraft Podcast 2.
Episode 3?
No, it's the Minecraft Podcast 2. Like the Minecraft Podcast, episode 2 of that. Because we did one 3.5 years ago, right? And so now we're doing the second one.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so...
You stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, you're right. I just missed a jump.
You should miss all the data coming from the server. Fortbuscus.
Is there a problem?
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna need operator on the new account.
No. No.
Why not?
I'm not letting you do that.
What if I want to like build with like dragon eggs or something?
Well, fuck you.
Come on, please.
No, it's not happening.
Please. Come on, please.
No.
Oh no, did the new generated terrain like override any of our builds?
No, I didn't.
My pixel art's still here. I'm not gonna finish it.
I was actually gonna say your command block disaster from last time has salvaged a lot of chunks over here.
That's really funny, although I actually kind of like the vibe. It makes it feel like this is a survival world and we just really like digging.
Anyway, yeah. I say that like I had an idea for an introduction. I guess I should say, this...
We should introduce ourselves.
Right, so...
I'm Jones Agnes.
Yeah, this right here is John Funny.
I'm a 27-year-old elf demon.
Wait, what?
From the state of Kentucky.
You're John
and that's
Funny.
Me. Oh yeah, and then we're playing with John Funny.
Yeah.
I'm John Funny.
So
the commands didn't work.
So yeah, the whole gimmick of this podcast, if you're new, is that John Funny and I are in a committed relationship. I have no introduction because I'm not real, by the way. We're in a committed relationship, but we have to pretend that we're not in front of
today's sponsor, Audible. They really don't like they really don't like when you show affection while like sporting their brand. Are we gonna do the segment right now, like the whole like Audible like script thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
I thought Audible was our second sponsor. I thought the U.S. government segment was supposed to come first.
Honestly, it's crazy that Audible sponsored us. We haven't done an episode in forever, and I don't even think the first episode was like uploaded to the internet.
I mean, like, I don't know. To me, that seems a lot more normal than the U.S. government. I have no idea how.
I mean...
Anyways, honestly, I shouldn't even brought up Audible. It's not like appropriate to be political on these. So what are you guys' opinion on like Ukraine?
Okay, so before that, right?
Okay.
I think the U.S. government sponsoring this actually makes a lot of sense because they watched the previous one, right? Even though it wasn't public, and they decided it was really good. It was really good for torture. They could torture like, Mexicans or something just because, we're racist here. And
Trump ain't president anymore, though. We've got new tensions with new places now.
We've got Fortbuscus in office.
We do have Fortbuscus in office. He's really excited to go to war for some reason.
So anyway, yeah, this podcast is sponsored by Audible.
Audible.com/.
We're sponsored by both the U.S. government and the Russian.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, you have to remember each segment of the video is like being paid for by different. Like you can't just mention all of the sponsors.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
He'll be kind of upset about that.
Could someone go to the trapdoor place where the lever is for this whole thing I've set up and flick it once so I can see if it works?
I'm not operator. I was going to do a funny bit, but what can you do?
That did work. Thank you. Wait, this one didn't. Oh, it's because I didn't put stuff in it. All right, yeah.
Yeah, it was Silver who flipped that.
Who's Silver?
Sorry, I meant Fortbuscus.
Don't flip it again.
Anyway, use code M2P2 at checkout to get one free audiobook.
What audiobook are you like sporting? They always say like my pick is what's your audiobook?
This audiobook that I'm definitely listening to for real right now.
I just have been loving 1984. I decided to listen to it because my favorite anti-SJW content creator, The Quartering, he mentioned it. And
1984 is a good fiction book, but lately it's been seeming more and more like reality.
Exactly. And I was just thinking, right, like I would like to understand leftist theory more and understand how the SJWs work by listening to 1984. So that's what I've been listening to. I would definitely recommend it if you're if you're politically minded and maybe objectively minded as well. If you work off of emotions, though, don't listen to that. Listen to like the Hungry
can I give my
Caterpillar.
suggestion for an audiobook for like those who aren't like open-minded?
Right.
Yeah.
I think like a good audiobook I've been listening to lately is like Fortnite Fart Funnies, The Fart Nighting. I really like that book.
Yeah, it's really cool and all, but Audible didn't sponsor you.
Well, the Audible sponsored the whole podcast, am I not?
Well, I ran and recorded the podcast last time, and I'm doing it again.
Yeah, but I made the command blocks, okay?
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
they were a defining feature of the last episode. So.
That's true. They were the defining feature.
Yeah, the last episode from 2018, where this didn't happen. They were a defining feature of that.
I agree.
How did all these blocks get here, by the way?
I think you built them while we were like testing some stuff.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember.
Yeah, you did it as your alter ego. But now
alter ego? I didn't know
now
about
you're
this.
Fortbuscus, so you don't remember what you did as lo-fi hip-hop beats or whatever.
No, that's not real.
I mean, I messed up the recording. Like, you can't look back on it, so it's kind of true.
I can look.
You can look?
I can. So, do you guys have like actual discussion topics? Because I kind of don't want to start any discussions until we get through all of like the ones.
I don't really have good ones.
Okay.
I don't have anything good.
How do you guys feel
I'm
about?
only bad.
How do you guys feel about Elden Ring and Dark Souls in general? Because that's relevant right now.
I haven't played it.
I tried Dark Souls 3 once, and it was legitimately the most boring, unremarkable experience I've ever had with a game.
I can believe that.
I literally felt like no emotion while playing it.
Yeah, that's probably how I would feel. Yeah, sorry.
I had a tiny bit of fun a couple times. I only played for like 8-9 hours, by the way. And I reset 2 hours in because I.
Oh wait, what is this?
What?
All of this stuff around it.
Yeah, that's just a server error. It just.
I think that's a server error.
Decided to.
What?
Server error. It decided to just, generate some stuff. Anyway,
Sure.
Yeah. I didn't play for too long, but what I did play was extremely unremarkable until I learned how the online elements worked. Specifically like playing with other people, or with playing with specific other people. I already knew invasions kinda, but learning how to connect to a friend was so fucking appalling that I just I dropped any intent I had to finish the game. So
Does this just go on forever? Is the Flatlands like gone after this?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Unless I fix it in the server settings, which I'll probably do, but for now we'll just have a bunch of chunks and then more flatland after that.
Chunks are fine. I vibe with chunks.
Where do you
That's
spawn?
Crazy.
There's like a fucking like village farm thing here that's just been covered in water.
Oh wait, on the other side of the chunks, it's more flatland.
Oh.
Really?
I think it was just when you opened it up. Oh no, but then across the flatlands there's more chunks. Let's see what's past these.
I don't even get to flatland. I'm just seeing chunks here. Or water at this point. Yeah, there's just water for quite a while in the direction that I went.
I think they were just loaded chunks that were somebody's probably flying around.
Anyway.
Wait, I think there's a witch hut down here.
Let's ignore that.
It's like the water in one direction is like, you know, flat for a while, but then it just goes inwards, and then at the bottom of that is like, I don't know, a village, like a witch village or whatever the fuck that might be called.
So yeah, Elden Ring.
Maybe it's just a normal village. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't witch stuff I was seeing.
Elden Ring
Elden
seems
Ring.
structurally.
Oh, there's a golem. There's a golem.
Structurally more interesting.
Yeah.
Given that it like. Yeah, you know.
Yo, guys, come over here. It's chill as fuck. It's like a village. Water.
I would teleport, but you can't. Whoops.
The fact that it's so much more open definitely seems a lot.
Oh, what is this? There's like a magma block or something.
Who's like the weird person in the call playing Roblox?
That's just Chaco. He does it. He's a big Roblox fan.
Oh.
Oh. Lost all respect for him.
Oh, whoops.
Your massive chalky respect.
My massive chalky respect.
Yeah.
Anyways, I bought Elden Ring. I had not played a Dark Souls game before. And I've been having a lot of fun with Elden Ring. Like, a lot of fun.
It definitely seems structurally better because it's so, like, open and exploration-oriented as far as I can tell.
It feels like they took all the great things about, like, Breath of the Wild, left out the bad, and then took all the great things about Dark Souls, and then left what was bad. And that's, like, the game.
Could you elaborate on the bad that was left out from each of those?
So, Breath of the Wild is really fun to explore and has, like, the dynamics of, like, oh, I can, like, screw around with this and do it in unintentional ways. And then, of course, the open world, just, like, the enjoyment of, like, wandering and then finding. But the bad of Breath of the Wild would be...
all that like, gay stuff they put in there.
It's very...
The SJW stuff?
What?
The SJW stuff, of course.
Exactly, yeah. No, I meant literal gay stuff. Like, there's a lot of gay content.
Oh, yeah. There's, like, huge...
Like that part where Link fucks another dude. I don't know. I thought it went a bit far.
The sex scene was really graphic for a kid's game.
I wasn't very fond of that, personally.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of sex, let alone gay sex with men. But I don't know. I guess that's just the turn that Nintendo wanted to take with Link and Ganon.
Yeah.
A little weird.
Honestly, I think it's kind of empowering, though, personally. Like, you know.
Oh, yeah, as a gay,
I mean, you're free to be wrong about that.
Anyways, the bad thing about Breath of the Wild is, like, an absolute lack of variety. Like, you'll encounter every enemy in the game, like, within the first hour, because all enemies spawn everywhere. Like, that was probably the worst decision they could make. The only exception, the only thing I saw in that game, or, like, mob or, like, fight, was Malduga, which is the only exclusive area, like, mob in the entire, like, game, which is only in the desert, which is a huge shame. And it really made adventuring past a certain point just not that enticing. Dark Souls is a challenging game with interesting combat, and I'm happy that that's in the Breath of the Wild formula. And then I don't know. I feel like from what I've talked to about people who played Dark Souls, they're like, yeah, Elden Ring sort of like fixes a lot of the problems that I had with like Dark Souls. I have not played a Dark Souls game, so I don't necessarily know exactly, but it seems like the idea of like getting stuck and then wanting to quit the game just isn't here, because you just leave and then find an easier boss and then level up and then come back. Anyways, so that's my experience. Um,
I don't know. I don't know that I would be all that interested in Elden Ring, given its Dark Souls clone core.
yeah.
But it actually had me thinking again about how I should play Breath of the Wild one day. Because I haven't done that. But
Do you have a Switch? Do you have a Switch?
Yeah.
I got a Switch. I played Breath of the Wild with it. I haven't used it.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't really care about all of the combat stuff, so the exploration aspects of that game and just like finding stuff around the world, I think that it does much better in that respect would make it more appealing to me.
Yeah, I think that's really valid. I think you should probably just get Breath of the Wild 2 when that comes out instead of the first game. It appears to be more fleshed out, and
I would hope so.
You'll probably end up liking it more than Breath of the Wild 1 if you were to play them both blind.
When is it supposed to be coming out?
Later this year, sometime.
Wait, really?
That's the last date they gave was 2022.
They gave a date? I was nowhere.
A year.
Or yeah. You called it a date first. Shut up.
I know. I'm just.
Who made this thing with red wool? By the way.
Made what?
E5. Did you make this?
Make what?
This thing.
This?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
That was silver, I guess.
No, this was I was showing where a redstone.
Oh right, yeah.
Now it won't activate anywhere. But yeah, I think the best moment in Elden Ring that made me be like, oh, I'll probably enjoy this game, was I was having a really hard time fighting this knight guy, and I was like, this is annoying, I'm gonna run off, and then not even 50 feet away, I walked into a cave and there was just a giant, and I was like, oh shoot. But then I lured the giant out of the cave and then had the giant try to attack me, and it killed the knight, and I was like, epic. Finally killed the knight.
That does sound pretty fun.
It was a very Breath of the Wild moment. Which I was not expecting to have in this game. I thought it was going to feel very Dark Souls-y, but with an open world in between the stuff. But the actual open world itself is very interesting. And
don't build on this. Cringe.
Sorry.
I put together my beautiful masterpiece last time. Do it on your copy.
Okay. I think so far the biggest thing for Elden Ring is the designs of the characters and the bosses in the world are actually genuinely just incredibly appealing, and everything has a detail that I think is clever. And it's been a while since I've had a game where every single enemy feels like that. It feels like they really used a lot of brain power, because the rate at which you find new enemies and new bosses is really high, and they all are interesting. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about it.
Yeah, so it sounds kind of like Spelunky then.
It's pretty much exactly like Spelunky now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
that's the vibe I was getting.
You guys hear about Sandbox, spelled like S and box?
Okay, yes. First, I would like to say, because I forgot to say this earlier, this is going to be the last podcast for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Which I guess I have a reason to say, because I have one fan, or one new fan. They're my second fan, and they actually watch the Minecraft podcast.
That's so great.
But yeah, so this will be the last one for a while. I've just not been doing so well recently. And while that wasn't the reason for this to be postponed so many times, I also just didn't feel up to it almost every single time it was postponed anyway, so I just don't think I'm emotionally up to doing this regularly, even if
That makes sense.
even if it's fun. That said, it'll continue eventually. I don't know when, just not soon. Maybe every so often I'll just like get the urge to do one, and we can do that if there are no horrible scheduling conflicts. But I don't know. That's the most that will come out of this after this part. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Sandbox. What are you saying about that?
Do you know about it?
I know it's Gmod 2.
It's really enticing. I've been following its development lately because there's more stuff coming out about it, because it's kind of approaching release.
God, trying to like make art in Minecraft that involves like tilted rectangles is so annoying.
That's
just diagonally, you know.
What?
Just make it diagonal.
I mean, yeah, obviously that like it means that like every time I think I've made enough space, I have to scale it up because it still looks like shit. Like, how the fuck do I make the head of a hammer? I can't do it.
this is
just like
tilted hammer like that.
Just like do it diagonal mode. You know what I'm saying? Like do it diagonal mode.
Yeah, fair enough. That does increase the space.
This is quite the interesting abstract shape you have here. I wonder what it means.
Where are you guys? Oh, this is a cool little shape. It's wacky. It could use a bit of like red, I think. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, maybe some red.
Oh wait. Actually, I feel like this column here should be not part.
Oh, you're right.
I'm gonna fill it in.
You mind me helping here with the red, or would you rather?
Not at all. Go right ahead.
But yeah, Sandbox looks really cool, and it's starting to like get to the point in development where it's differentiating itself from Gary's mod. It's not just like juiced up Gary's mod anymore. Well, first off, do you like Gary's mod at all?
It's okay.
I've played it like once or twice.
I haven't played Gary's mod for any like non-specific reason in quite a while. Usually I'll just play like bad horror maps and just chill with the boys. I don't really like, I don't know. I think exploring like unique maps is cool. Just walking around and stuff, but it's, I don't know, I don't find much appeal in general sandbox gameplay anymore.
Unfortunate. But yeah, the game looks really good. It's like incredibly capable. As far as I'm aware, looking at Sandbox, like any game, like actual real game that you could make in Source 2, you can make in Sandbox. So it's going to be a bit more like Roblox than Gary's mod in a sense, where like you'll be able to find fully made games.
They should have done it in Gold Sword.
What?
Huh?
Like as opposed to Source 2, I was joking.
Oh,
I understood.
I
understood.
I didn't even hear what he said.
Oh, I said they should have done it in Gold Source.
I understand now. Shout outs to Fun Town, by the way.
But yeah, I think what made me really excited for it is one of the playtesters made a tweet that was like, here I recreated Minecraft with randomly generated terrain as like a or as a sandbox map. And I was like, that's insane. I don't think that's was even like possible in Gary's mod. So it just looks juiced up. It looks really juiced up, and I'm gonna play it and make stuff in it.
I bet you look juiced up.
Is Gold Source even not Gold Source? Is Gary's mod even Valve? It isn't, right?
No.
Well,
it is a Source game, but it was just like some guy who was dicking around.
It's
Gary,
kind of.
I would assume.
It's the same situation as like the Stanley Parable, where like somebody made a mod for a thing, and then Valve was like, "Okay, we're gonna let you make this a real thing and publish it." And then it's kind of published under Valve, but not really.
Was it explicit permission?
It was explicit permission, and because of that explicit permission, and also like all Source games are games that Valve like gave the okay and handed over the engine. Because the engine is not public.
Okay.
So if you wanted to like
yeah, that's why. That's kind of what I was thinking for a second. I was like, wait, is it open source? I assume not, right?
No, it's a like a private thing held by Valve, but if Valve likes you, they will give you it.
I thought the source
give you it as an ask. Like are you... Okay, I gotta look up the details of the availability of the source.
I thought the Source SDK was like relatively open. Cause
it might be.
Who the fuck made Terminal 7 is my question. Double Action Boogaloo is another, like, who the fuck Source game?
Yeah, I don't know actually. That might question it. I know that with Source 2 specifically,
that makes sense.
Gary's mod like asked Valve, and then Valve gave them Source 2. So
full name Gary's mod.
Gary's full name. Well, his name is Gary, but his last name is Mod as well. Anywho,
it is really funny to me that like a game engine called Source is closed source. Like I
think it's open. I think it's not like completely open, but like as far as I'm aware, all Source released games were like mods of Half-Life before they were juiced up by Valve.
Yeah, but what I mean is like you can't look at the code of the Source engine, can you?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's called Source, and you can't look at this. I think it's a little fun.
Yeah, I really don't know
Very
how
humorous.
it works.
You have more to say on that?
Not really. I just wanted to bring it up because I'm excited for it.
Okay.
That's it. So that's 2 topics for me. It's one of your guys' turn.
So I mentioned doing that thing with funny allegedly Winter or Alex last time.
Right. Say that again. I didn't realize I wasn't able to.
I mentioned doing the fucking dopamine detox thing or whatever with with Alex last time. That lasted like a week, and then I was just like, the benefits of this are pretty pronounced, but they're also like habitual in a sense. I had started working on stuff, and so from that perspective, I no longer needed such a strong incentive to work on stuff. Because like I don't really have bad social media habits and stuff, really. That was a really redundant sentence.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I don't really have bad social media habits, and so it was never an attempt to like kick those. It was always just, I should work on projects more, because I don't do that enough. And it served its purpose, so I stopped. which was actually suggested by him. So that's epic.
Nice.
Was it an overall good experience, would you say? Even if you stopped?
Kinda. In some ways, yeah, it went fairly well. At the same time, I also kind of felt like shit during a lot of it, and I don't really know if that's because I kind of kept engagement with stuff so scarce, or if I would have just felt like that regardless. But overall, it was a positive, because I don't even remember what project I was working on at the time. There was any specific one, I don't know.
So you don't remember any projects you started? Because that would be my next question, is what projects have you done?
I wrote a short story for the January jam. I've started a video script about Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. I got an idea for how I could actually.
You stop. I wonder what you're stopping about.
What the fuck?
What? Is there a problem?
So many blocks just appeared at once. Anyway, I got an idea for how I could actually finally do a Nang video after I promised that 4 years ago. I don't know if I will do it because I still fucking loathe playing the game, but I do have an idea for a video that I could do, and it's kind of interesting, I think.
Huh. Well,
what else?
Feel free to share it when you do it, because
I
down to keep up.
I never sent a message in JJ about how the jam ended today. Alright.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What ended? I
The jam. I don't know if... Whatever. I started another short story for February's jam, which I didn't finish. Oops.
Oops.
Do I have any other projects? I don't know. I think I get too many ideas for these things. Because I have another much less short story on the back burner until after the monkey ball video. Now I have this Nang thing. Now I have this short story for the jam, which I'm still gonna finish.
I should write a short story too.
True.
I do like writing. I don't do it enough, but I have taken like 3 creative writing classes and like excelled at writing in school, but I just never want to do it in my free time.
Well, that's unfortunate, because there was the restriction for February was to write something.
Yeah. I saw. I just didn't do it.
Cringe.
I made a reindeer.
You made a reindeer?
Yeah, come check out my reindeer.
Where are you? How do I check it out?
within the boundaries, so you'll find it. I need to put a little sign so that you know it's a reindeer.
Oops,
hey,
I didn't think that would happen.
Alright. Wait, do you need to have... You need to have op... Can you op me?
You need to have op for what?
Just to do a thing.
What do you want to do?
Just op me. You can de-op me.
Jesus Christ.
It's really funny.
Everything.
Why?
They all say reindeer.
Alright, awesome.
Happy my reindeer was built. You should leave me off, by the way. I know you already removed it, but...
No. Anyway, yeah, so that, you know, I would like to finish the monkey ball video someday. It's already been a month and I basically just, in terms of progress, I guess I'm doing a great job here. So it's like a comparison of Banana Mania and the games that it's a remake of. So first I want to like establish my opinion on the original games and then go into the comparison. In terms of progress, I have just finished talking about Super Monkey Ball 1, and talking about Super Monkey Ball 2 is going to take longer than 1. Deluxe is going to be like a relative footnote, but I would guess I'm...
By the way, the layout of what I'm doing here should be obvious, so if either of you want to, like, make this go quicker.
Fine. But yeah. I am at most, like, maybe 1/5 of the way through the rough draft, I would say.
How long do you expect the final video will end up being?
I'm not sure. It could honestly be anywhere from like 15 to 35 minutes.
Fair enough.
Anyway, that's all I have to say on that, I would say. It's gonna be interesting. I guess this is my first scripted video that's gonna be released that has decent effort put into it, like actual revisions instead of just 1 or 2 proof. Excuse me?
What? Is there a problem?
Did you just open another client?
Why would I do that?
Whatever. This is for op, isn't it?
What? No.
Anyway.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, this is the first one I'm like gonna properly revise and put like some degree of effort into the editing for and such, which is new. and I'm not terribly confident in my abilities, but I think I should probably be more confident in them because I don't think I am necessarily a bad writer.
No, yeah.
Although I do feel like a bad writer.
I'm excited. I think you'll make a good scripted video. I think you're capable.
Thank you. Technically this monkey ball thing isn't my first scripted video, nor is it the first one that I've put like some decent effort into the writing for, but the other project is quite monstrous in scope. And I just kind of put it on hold so I could focus on other things for a while because, like, I don't know. I'll finish it someday. I still quite want to because I think it's cool.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
I do actually have a brief. Yeah, but you weren't supposed to say that. I'll edit it out. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I didn't realize you'd started recording yet. I thought you were still in the here's what the secret thing is mode.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
It's easy to edit out. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? Fuck. Right. I uploaded a preview of what I had of that. So if you wanted to watch it, I could send that, and you could get a taste of the kind of writing I did back in September.
Sure.
A little yummy taste.
Wow.
A scrumptious little taste. Om nom nom.
Alright. I've got a funny self-reminder in there.
Yeah. There's a scripted video I've been sitting on, which I don't know if I'm ever going to muster up the motivation to do, which is that Minecraft 2 video essay.
Minecraft 2 video essay?
I feel like I've mentioned it before, but maybe I haven't. It's just going to be a video essay talking about the, kind of the thing thrown around in the Minecraft community is that, like, kids will say, oh, when are they going to make Minecraft 2? And then people in the community are like, oh, well, that's not, like, a reasonable thing to make. They would just update Minecraft. And I had a whole, like, video essay and, like, really, like, insightful and new takes to say that, like a Minecraft 2 would be a really good game if done in a way. Like, that a good Minecraft 2 is possible would be the, like, video essay's take. And they're just gonna, like, highlight all of the things I disliked about Minecraft that they can't change. That, like,
what
would be,
some
like,
things that you dislike about Minecraft? Can't change.
So, without getting too much into the video essay's points, there is a big gripe I have with the way Minecraft handles multiplayer. And it's not just add a friends list. That's a really, like, shallow take. But the whole idea, like the core, like, feature, the tagline of, like, a good Minecraft 2 in my head would be that, like, if you put mods on your world and you invite somebody to join your world, it would auto-install the mods, like how Factorio handles modding.
And Tmod Loader, for what it's worth.
And literally all games with good modding. On top of that, like, the game would be, like, released feature complete. And then from that point on, it would be like, people make mods, the game evolves over time, and with the current Minecraft, every time the game updates, it like creates a divide. Like every single time, there are people who still make mods for 1.12. You have people who still make mods for 1.8.
What's like the oldest version that there's any significant player base for?
It goes back. The largest Minecraft community is not latest update. It's 1.12. In most servers are 1.12. Because that was pre-combat change.
Oh, what was the combat change?
Maybe it was... No, it's 1.8, not 1.12. Man, there's so many divides.
But wait, what did they change about combat?
You have to wait between strikes for it to do full damage.
People really still care
Is
about
that generally regarded as a good or bad change?
It was regarded as, like, a very bad change. Like, it makes faction servers almost unplayable, because if you had 2 players that are fully equipped, which is a very reasonable thing to expect, like, a 1v1 battle could literally go on for over an hour, because the game is so heavily, like, defense-based.
I see.
Over an hour?
Yeah. On 2b2t, like, you have 1v1s that last... Like, it's an endurance thing of who can, like, quit first, in terms of who wins the fight. There's been sort of a change in that when you start doing end crystal combat, but I'm not really going to get into the specifics, but people don't like the combat update.
What
is
on
the general.
earth does end crystal mean?
In the end, if you're familiar with the end dragon fight, there are crystals on top of each of the obsidian pillars.
Yeah.
Those crystals that blow up are, like, craftable. You can make those in survival.
What the fuck?
So, like, a key, like, part of, like, end game combat on, like, 2p2t is, like, using those in combat by placing down obsidian and then placing down an end crystal and then blowing it up.
It's hilarious.
It is borderline necessary to do that if you want to kill anybody on 2b2t. Anyways, that's like a really shallow digging into the topics I want to discuss in the essay. There's like a ton of things that I want to get into, but the biggest thing that I wanted to do with the video essay is not bring up like a single like gameplay addition. They're entirely like structural changes to Minecraft that would make it better. And that's like the thesis, is that if Minecraft was recreated in that way, it would be way more successful. Like, I don't know, I want to like play Minecraft with the create mod on it always, but I only want to play Minecraft when it's on a multiplayer server, but I can't do both of those at the same time.
What's the create mod?
Without getting into too much like detail, it's probably one of the most influential mods like ever made that completely like overhauls the way Minecraft is played, and it's ridiculously fun, at least for me. And I've hosted a create mod server before, but literally everyone who wanted to join is like, how in the world do I install mods? And you can't have like a wide scale server like that.
I see.
But yeah, I think being able to join your friends' worlds would be a great feature in general, a friends list. But with friends list, I also was thinking about the idea of letting people in your friends list like spectate and view your single player private worlds. Because if that was the case, I would feel more incentivized to play single player. Even just like the idea of a friend popping in once and seeing all the stuff I've built is like the reason I play Minecraft, is to build and then share. But anyways, there's a ton of little things. There's a lot of things I would change about Minecraft.
I think you should make this video. I think you should make this video.
I think it would be a really good video, and I would spend a lot of time, and I have a lot of friends who know After Effects, so I'd want to like actually like flare it up. And get help doing that.
This is kind of another topic entirely.
That's fine.
Did you cut down one line of the red?
What'd you say?
Did you cut down one line of my red thing?
No.
Okay. I couldn't tell if the red, like, beside it was never mind. I couldn't tell if that was, like, an extension of the line that was previously there, just, like, added to the side.
But I'm on the alt, I'm playing with the texture pack that makes everything monochrome red and black. So I feel very Virtual Boy right now.
Epic. Anyway, God, what was I gonna say? Oh no.
Can you /kill me on the Fortbuscus account? Thank you. I was 1 trillion blocks up.
We've got Vietnam and Cuba.
What?
I don't know. Anyways.
Right, so,
Yeah.
You mentioned wanting to, like, spruce up the editing or whatever. And I don't know how necessary that is, I guess.
No.
I'm someone who perhaps strangely doesn't really value flashy visuals for flashy visuals' sake. I feel like the only time that I ever really put effort into visuals is if there's a specific thing I'm trying to accomplish that, like, being executed at all, just it adds something to the experience. I guess I haven't really done that. I've kind of done that in an informational sense before, but still, I don't know how necessary a bunch of After Effects work would be for a video like that, although I'm also not the one who knows what the video is going to be like, and I am also especially not the one who should be deciding how it's edited.
Yeah, no, I think that the only thing that really matters is the content and the audio, and the visuals come like second to those. I would want music. I feel like video essays without music, personally, I have a harder time listening to.
You won't like my monkey ball one too much, then.
Just gonna it's fine. I think it's still possible to have a video essay without it, but it's just the style that I'm going for.
It's just gonna have the game audio from whatever clip's playing in the background. Maybe if I'm like not showing any games for a while, I'll just put something on. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I always found like people who did video essays but then also fully animated them were like cracked and impressive. Although that's not what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I always found like hotdiggedydemons channel really great. Are you familiar?
Does that guy do video essays?
Like all of his videos to some... No, not really. I guess he's not really a video essay guy, but he is like a story type, like, not really story. He just shares his opinions. That's it. He shares his opinions on things. If you want to call that a video essay, you can do that. But, or if you don't want to call that a video essay, then I guess it's valid. But he just shares his opinions, and then they're also like fully animated things with like narratives. And more lately, he's developed his channel into a parody channel, and I think that it's great.
Alright. Yeah, the last I knew that guy was like... there There was that one Luigi video I think he did.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
there were those pony ones.
That's old school.
Yeah.
That's not what I think of when I think of hotdiggedydemon anymore.
Well, maybe he's worth another look.
Oh, he's absolutely worth another look. Like, his whole channel now is a parody of clickbait channels, where like the videos will start just him sharing an opinion on something, and then they'll just completely derail and become something completely unrelated, and then sometimes there's like an actual narrative happening. It's this whole like brain dump series. It's really good.
Sam.
I think the Dream episode was really great. During all the Dream controversy, he did a video on the Dream controversy, and he talked about Dream for a whopping 5 seconds in like the 8-minute video.
Sick.
Anyways.
Yeah,
there's quite a few channels that like over animate or like animate things that you would not expect to be animated, and not even like storytime YouTuber style animation, but like actually like fully like rendered like 3D animation and impressive visuals and smooth stuff. It's cool. Yeah. Also, I kind of wanted to segue into this earlier when you were talking about your like dopamine thing. What did you call it? I forgot.
Who fucking cares? I honestly hate the name.
Okay, well, I got an extension that if I'm on YouTube for a certain amount of time each day, it blocks YouTube for that day.
Dang.
Yeah. I can never use things like that because it's like, I'll just uninstall the extension if I hit that.
It's a lot of work to do that. So oftentimes I hit the thing and I'm like, I guess I'll just make something. That's what happened today. And then I made a little animation of Kirby because I wanted to animate and I hadn't animated in a while.
Oh, show that, please.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it here. I haven't animated in a while. There's a few things I would change looking back at it, but I'm actually pretty happy with it.
Neat.
It's just a little GIF. Just I wanted to ease back into it. I want to do more complicated stuff. But I'm really, really bad at drawing the human form. Like, really bad at it. And I've been trying nonstop to, like, be less bad at it.
Yeah, if it was me, I would just be less bad at it. I guess we're different.
Yeah, me too. Speaking of, I still want to get into drawing. It's just...
It's really easy, you just draw.
Drawing.
On one hand, yeah, that's literally the case. On the other hand, it is immensely demotivating to try to draw when I'm so garbage that any ideas I get for it are often ones that I am utterly incapable of executing in any fashion.
This is something that I've learned to like take to heart, and it's a concept that's like borderline necessary when you do game development, which is to learn how to create ideas within the boundaries of your skill. Because no matter what skill level you are at, like in anything, as long as it's not like music, because that's a more like technical good or bad, but in terms of like art, I don't think there's any skill level where you can't make good art with the right ideas.
You're right, except on the music part, but...
Well, okay. I should say, like, if you're, like... okay, actually, I'm gonna, like, redact the music thing. Like, I think if you work within your limitations, you can make good music. But more than any other field, if you don't know what you're doing, like, it can, like, be, like, bad at it, like a I don't know. Music is very difficult. I've not been good at music ever, despite how hard I try.
I honestly
Doesn't even matter how hard you try, one might say.
Thank you. Personally, I would say drawing is the worst for that, but like, I think the worst you can be at drawing is way worse, than, like, I guess putting it like that's bad. If you're just some person who has no experience drawing or making music, I feel like your drawings are gonna end up looking worse than your music could sound. Or at least maybe that's just my experience. I don't know. But I think the thing with music is that you kind of can build intuition for it just from doing it a lot, but it's a lot worse of a method. Whereas I think with drawing, literally just experimenting with stuff, just doing it a lot, that's how you improve. And so I think the baseline for drawing is lower, but you can also just brute force it effectively.
Maybe. I think ultimately both are challenging. If you don't have a baseline in either, I think the thing that is an easy trap with music, I think I've had enough music experience to like learn this, is like if you're doing like if you know nothing about music and you're like, oh, I want to make like an ambient track, I think you could get something that sounds pretty good. If you're like, oh, I'm going to try to like make something with a melody.
No, I fucked this up.
If you're like, I want to make something with harmony and like a melody, and you like don't understand concepts of like keys and scales, then it's going to like not sound good. But with art, I feel like I think a steady hand is the most important thing. But if you have a steady hand, I know people who cannot draw the human form, or can't even draw like a cube in 3D space, but can still make really like interesting art. Just out of like the concepts that they have.
I mean, yeah. My goals are rather specific, I think. And it would definitely involve some anatomy.
Yeah,
which is
when you
stinky.
involve like involving anatomy is where things get difficult.
Like, I think I can just mindlessly doodle okay. Just drawing like random shapes and putting little details into it. I cannot draw like a thing. I can't at all. It's always horrible. The vast majority of things are so overwhelming in how little I know how to approach it that I often just don't even try. And I communicate that as being unable to do it, but really it is just not trying because I don't think I can do it. Which is right on some level, the result's going to suck ass, but I could probably still try. It's just, extremely hard to bother doing that.
If you wanted to do some draw piles, I think where I got better at art exceedingly quickly was drawing with other people.
Yeah, because you mentioned this before to me, and you also offered to do draw piles with me before. Two issues with that. One, I'm hella embarrassed of the dog shit I produce, and would not want people to see it.
That was the biggest thing for me when doing draw piles, is I was too embarrassed to start. But I think when like you're in the draw pile and like from the beginning, it's like I want to achieve something, and It's like a drawing program where you can share a canvas through the internet, and you're both drawing on the same canvas.
I see. So like this.
Yeah, like Minecraft. But like you say like, I want to do this and I can't. How would you do it? And then you go in and help, and then
yeah, like I'm like, how do you make a tilted rectangle with Minecraft?
Where's the thing you're trying to do?
No, I like the thing from before with the hammer. That's why.
Oh, wild. Yeah. You just need to like push through the embarrassment, because everyone was bad at art at one point.
The second issue is that I cannot draw with a mouse. It is extremely, extremely unpleasant and terrible. I hate it.
If it's like uncomfortable, then yeah. If it's a thing with like stability and having a really shaky hand, Dropile has a thing called like a stabilizer.
I already tried solo Dropile. It still doesn't feel good. I just loathe drawing with a mouse, fundamentally.
I'm just a silly person who likes keyboard and mouse, so I like drawing with a mouse.
I mean, yeah.
Because I play Spelunky with keyboard, and I play Dark Souls with keyboard. Elden Ring, I guess.
People cry about that, but I don't get it. I had no issue with using keyboard and mouse for Dark Souls 3 when I briefly played that. The issues were all external. Or rather intrinsic.
I feel like I remember that like the first one particularly has issues.
Oh yeah, the first one's dog shit.
What?
The first one's port is dog shit, from what I can tell.
Wait, the first one's what is dog shit?
You're talking about Dark Souls 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The PC port.
I thought... Okay, yeah. Keyboard support. That's what I was trying. I thought you were just saying the game was dog shit or not. I couldn't tell which one it was.
Elden Ring doesn't have good keyboard support either. All of the menu buttons, which I'm hoping they're going to fix soon, all of the menu buttons are default showing like controller inputs.
Yeah, same for Dark Souls 3, but even then, like, the game played fine, when you figured out your binds and all that, it was functional.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, that's probably going to be the biggest thing. But yeah, pen and paper is the only way to go then, unless you want to buy a drawing tablet.
I would like to do that at some point, but for now I just...
Now this is gaming.
I just settle for paper.
My drawing tablet's pretty cheap. I forgot where I got it.
You have one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I do. I played Osu for a little bit on it, and also used it for drawing, but then I just went back to keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, I know using a mouse to draw is viable though. Rad does it, and he's a pretty decent artist, at least. I would say good, but I'm not an artist. I don't have standards. So who knows how reliable that is. But I can't do it. It's just really not for me.
I think there's a thing that you kind of notice within the community of artists is that you're gonna have some people that will like the way that they're like practicing and doing art, like you can get good at art very quickly with not a whole lot of effort, but there's also people who like who will stay at the same skill level for like 7 years. So I really don't know what the secret is, or like what the difference between the different people are. I felt like I grew as an artist pretty quickly. I think being around other artists helps a lot.
Yeah. And at the moment, Brad is like the only artist friend I have who I'm regularly in actual contact with.
Well, I'm always down to do a bit of drawing with you if you ever want to, even if it's
and I can be very helpful when it comes to art.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about doing it with you, Silver, but E5, I'm down to do some jaw piles.
Yeah, I think that'd be helpful.
Yeah, me too. Then we could, like, draw our scale Sona's kissing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't laugh at that, Silver. I'm not joking.
No, I was just imagining a scale Sona.
Oh, you're gonna get one too? Are you gonna kiss us?
Oh, maybe.
Aww.
I could never draw... Look, I can't even draw humans yet. There's no way I'm gonna draw an animal.
Damn. At least you can draw a flyer with a floating head. And floating appendages, I guess.
True. Although Y2K-Gregg's got a hoodie and pants, so I can do clothing. His name...
Gregg?
His canonical name is just Greg, except nobody knows that, so I just say Y2K-Gregg.
Gregg with 1 G or 2?
No, it's 2 Gs, but also...
Cringe.
I have a whole, what's it called?
Gregg
Cinematic universe of Greggs. Yeah.
Let's go.
It involves a multiverse where anyone who draws a Gregg and says that it's a Gregg is now, like, a canon member. It's always canon. I'm not somebody who's, like, appalled by literally anything, so, like it's all canon.
I don't know why
okay,
I know
this. Anyone is free to make a Gregg.
I don't know why I know this, but I believe that's how fucking Homestuck of all things handled that, where like any fan character was just canon according to the creator. I never read that shit, by the way. I don't know why I know this. I do not remember where this entered my brain. It's very sad. Anyway.
I'm trying to remember what my actual Gregg lore is.
I'd just like to note that for the 3 I did last of these flags, I actually like looked up the portions of the fucking specification of the flag, not like the internal details, but just like the widths by height.
Bruh.
Oh, I remember my Gregg lore. Do you want like a 1-sentence synopsis of it?
Sure.
You better care a lot about this because this is great lore.
Honestly, I probably care more about this than the couple topics I have.
Like really quick, the whole idea is that there's a sciencey place, pretty much like without getting into the actual aesthetics. It's basically just Aperture Labs who likes doing weird science for science sake, and they were like, we need a new couch in the break room. So they tried to use a localized teleporter to teleport a couch from hhgregg into their coffee building. And they accidentally sent the entire hhgregg building, which had the couch, to the beginning of time before the multiverse split. So now there's like an infinite number of hhgreggs at the core of every universe. Like the building. And the inside of all hhgreggs is a portal where you can access every multiverse. And that's the Gregg lore.
So dumb.
But because of the whole portal thing, like anyone who makes like a fan character, it makes perfect sense to like draw any 2 characters together. Because they could just use the hhgreggs to get to each other.
So if I draw 2 Greggs kissing,
canon.
Not that I would do that or anything. I wouldn't. But that means that if you were to write a book about this, for some reason, you would have to include that because it's canon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the whole thing is that the way that the universe is set up is that it's like cyclical, it repeats, and each repetition is not identical. So you can have like literally anything is canon. You could have like the world blow up and all Greggs die, and it just restarts at the next Gregg cycle.
Gregg cycle. Okay, well, that's beautiful. You have more to say on that?
No. The only thing I have to say is that there's like an underwhelming amount of Greggs in the Gregg universe right now. There's like 3 different Greggs.
Damn, that's so sad.
I know.
Quick question for E5. If you could become a minor rat in real life, would you do it?
If I can become what?
A minor rat in real life. Would you do it?
No, fuck that. That's gay as hell.
Oh, so you hate gays. Okay.
Exactly. That's the point. Yeah.
Why do you like minor rats so much then? Or have you just changed that much since our playthrough?
I've never claimed to like a minor rat. I don't know where you're getting this from. This is the media are lying.
At what age does a rat not be a minor anymore?
Oh well, it's a career, so
Yeah.
I mean, they're just miners, like they mine. You know?
Yeah, I get it. So at what age are they no longer a minor, is what I'm asking.
If they die, I guess they're not a minor anymore.
What do you call like a baby rat?
A rat baby, probably.
A what?
A rat baby, probably.
No. It's probably something stupid.
What do you propose?
I don't know. But I think, like, for no reason in particular, I think a group of rats should be called a curl.
I kind of like that.
It kind of works, but I don't know why.
How the fuck did this like error that caused not flatlands to spawn end up with like the mushroom biome thing just right on the edge of something that clearly is not mushroom biome?
Oh,
Now these big mushrooms.
Dark forests have mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Which is kind of lame. I liked them being an exclusive thing, but I understand the idea of adding more interest to the world.
I don't.
I don't either.
Oh yeah, there is more flatlands here. I see what you were talking about.
Oh yeah, so I've been trying to experiment more with the stuff that I've been like not good at for a really long time, which would be animation and music. And I'm getting somewhere with music because I'm sitting down with people who know what they're doing and asking a million questions.
Sick.
I now know how to like use scales, which is like a development.
That's something I should learn more about at some point.
It's really easy. My friend gave me a hack that like you can learn it in 1 sentence.
I more so meant music in general, but I guess.
Oh, the scale.
I guess thing. Yeah, that's something I would probably have to learn
What are
at least more concretely.
Scales are like the like a limited set of keys that you use when writing a song so that you don't play notes that sound bad, which is called dissonance. You can move out of scales if you know what you're doing, and that's like a very jazzy concept. But that's the idea.
Isn't that a key? And scales are just like... I think scales refer to...
You're right.
Something slightly more specific in like the... I guess the ascending, or perhaps... could probably also be descending set of notes that make up the key.
Yes, so you're actually correct, which highlights my inexperience. It's the
damn, so I guess you can't learn scales in one sentence.
I guess not. Keys are what I said, and then scales. If I'm correct, scales are like.
They're like the thing on crocodiles,
I know them.
I think.
Oh yeah, that's correct. Anyways, yeah, I was like, how do I learn all the keys to use? And he's like, well, if you don't want to use C major, which is the easy key, you can quite literally just make up your own key, and it will sound good so long as you make it up in the right way. I was like, that's actually Zope.
Zope. What the fuck?
I forgot you guys don't spend time around me.
Soap.
I've been doing the whole add Z to words for like a while now. I forgot that I don't spend a lot of time with you guys.
It's a pretty Zope thing to do.
I say like Zam.
That's where it came from, right?
Kind of.
Kind of. Where else?
Kind of.
Where else could it have come from?
Well, it was a thing. So like, my friends were saying like Zam and Zope. They were already doing the Zope thing, but I had my first exposure to Zope.
They were on the Zope game before, bro.
Yeah, but then since then we've just been like using Z in all places. No, it's not funny when you like do them like too much, but I really like saying.
It's not funny when you do it.
Zaste. Zaste is my favorite.
What does that even mean?
It's like based. It's Zaste. It's better typed out. Zaste and Zope pilled.
Yeah, that's good.
Damn, yeah, I remember when I was just watching The Matrix 4 and Neo took the Zope.
The Zope. The Zope pill. You immediately become Zope.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Were we talking about something?
We're talking about music, I guess, but I don't know if there's a more broader discussion.
Do we still care about that topic?
Not really. I've just been experimenting and getting like things that sound okay. I'm hoping to get something that sounds good soon.
Like getting something that sounds okay is cool and all. I prefer things that sound Zope.
I want to make some Zope music. I really like digital fusion.
That's the new genre.
Digital Zusion. That's what I'm gonna call it.
I would have went with a Zigital fusion.
Digital fusion is pretty good.
I have like a ping or something. Cringe.
Cringe? More like... I couldn't get it working. Zringe?
Or like,
Zinge?
I'm going to binge eat. I don't really know where to take the sentence from there. That's
yeah,
why.
we should give up. This is okay. Here's a little discussion. I have a lot of opinions on it, although I realize you guys aren't like game developers and don't care about this topic as much as I do. But
big assumption.
What are your opinions on mazes in terms of like video games and fun value?
I don't know. I feel like it probably depends on a lot.
Like literal mazes, like the kind of thing you would draw a line through.
Well, like I'm talking about like mazes in terms of game design.
I'm asking you, what do you mean?
Oh well, like
yeah, it feels like it could cover a lot of stuff.
I'm thinking like have you ever built a maze in Minecraft? like first person you're going through a maze.
Oh my god, I think I did. No, wait. Yeah, kind of. It was insane. It wasn't like a...
So, like, mazes will show up in video games, especially old video games that are very poorly designed, and they're, like, characterized by being, like, the most unfun thing you can put in a thing. Even real-life mazes are not that exciting, like hedge mazes, right? That's, like, the consensus in terms of, like, gameplay design. They don't offer a lot of gameplay. So, like, my initial question was, like, is that something that you guys have ever thought about?
I had not considered it.
I hadn't really, despite playing the beginner's guide several times.
Oh, yeah, because there is a maze in that game.
There is.
Except they kind of just skip over it.
Guy thing?
Yeah, skipping over it is very thematically relevant, though, so I probably should have thought more about it, but nah.
But, like, in the history of all design, like, game design ever, or even real-life mazes, like, good maze design isn't a thing that's real. But recently, I have found that Minecraft
I've
parkour
made
server...
the first good maze.
No, I'm getting into that. I have not, though. That's not where I'm going to. But that parkour server I was talking about a while ago, they pride themselves in having, like, really, really good, like, game designers. And that server is full of, like, good mazes. Like, really fun mazes. And it's, like, a whole new, like, type of, like, gameplay experience that I've, like, never, like, experienced before.
What makes them good?
The biggest thing is that there's two things that all, like, good mazes need, which is you can't right wall them. Are you familiar with, like, right walling a maze?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
It means most mazes, if you follow the right wall, you will eventually find the exit because of the structure of a maze.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
There are, like, a few design things you could do to make right walling impossible, but on top of that...
Wait, what about the right wall and not the left wall makes that the case? Wouldn't it just work?
Well, right wall is just, like, an arbitrary thing. It could be either.
What?
It's arbitrary. You can do left walling as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the other thing is that all of the, like, standard good mazes will have, like, things that make brute forcing not a viable option. And the whole thing is that all of the mazes on the server, you need, like, a pen and paper in front of you, and the challenge is
fucking a spider spawner.
Yeah, they can spawn like that.
Yeah, no, I know. I just mean like I've been off in the not flatlands, just like putting torches through this massive like thing of cave. I was about to say maze of caves. I feel like I should be precise in this moment while referring to mazes.
I don't know. Unless I need money, and I'm in some weird alternate universe where I have enough of an audience to make money from my stuff anyway. I don't think I'm ever gonna charge for it or ask for money, because of it in any real way. Because I kind of like the whole idea of releasing stuff early to patrons, for example. I really dislike that. It feels like it's trying too hard to incentivize, it feels like it's trying too hard to incentivize people to give you money. Which, that's a dumb statement. How do I complete this thought in like a decent way? Fuck. I don't know. It feels like it's too harmful to anyone who chooses not to or simply can't financially support you. Like it just fucks them over for no real reason. Under the guise of it just being a benefit.
Are you talking about solely like early release on Patreon or also Patreon exclusive?
Early release. I think Patreon exclusive, like, supplemental content. I think that's fine.
Okay.
Releasing like actual, like what you're releasing like the kind of shit that you do, exclusively on a platform like that. I highly dislike that.
For me, I'm not that appalled by it. I see it very similarly as just selling a product, but I don't know. I was thinking about doing Patreon exclusive stuff, not like early release.
Yeah, honestly, like, I think I mostly take issue with delayed release for the sake of like benefiting patrons. I just highly dislike that. Because there's
fair. Like it annoys me a lot when it happens. I don't know if I really like objection to it or anything. It's just like, damn, now I gotta wait to watch the video.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen people do like a month early release of something on Patreon.
Well, okay, that is ridiculous.
Like how am I supposed to remember this shit in a month? Because I'm super stingy with who I mean, the only place I follow anyone is YouTube, right? So like, unless it's on YouTube and I'm subscribed to you, chances are I'm not gonna remember this. And I don't know, that kind of extreme is what I really take issue with.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's like a day, it's whatever. But a month, it's just fucked up.
No, that's you can't do a month. That's wild.
A month and they post like a fucking teaser for it that has like absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah. There are some things where I understand the want to generate income while still eventually releasing to the public. For example, like Patreon stuff is incredibly common in the realm of like Minecraft shaders, because that's something that's an incredibly high like skill set to make, and it's also like you would spend like a year or two making a shader. So it's something people don't want to do for free, but they also like their product at the end. So like that's an example of early release stuff where like I'm not bothered by it.
That's fair.
But that's just my take.
Do these like fruit hanging from give off light?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
They're called glowberries.
I see.
You're a glowberry.
Oh yeah, you guys aren't like Minecraft fanatics or anything, but like not at all actually.
Underselling, yeah.
But they released the like Deep Dark snapshot with all the Deep Dark stuff. Which I don't even know if I feel like I've talked about it before, because that's probably the only place you would hear it from. Is me.
You definitely spoke to me about it at some point, and I heard that in some way that there was like a snapshot or whatever.
Yeah, they released a snapshot, and it's really good. I'm really happy with the way they implemented it, and it's a good sign for Minecraft's future. It's a new biome that, like, more than any other biome they've ever made, like, has gameplay. And I'm really excited for it. The biome is really deep underground. No other mobs spawn in the biome except one called the Warden. and it doesn't have eyes and can only hear, and it's big and very scary. And they designed it really, really well. Because the mob can't see and can only hear, they like put in the biome a bunch of stuff that's reactive to noise, so you can like really visualize every time you make a mistake and make noise.
That's cool.
That seems pretty cool.
It's like really cool. And then the monster, the warden, is designed to have like an exposed chest with its heart beating, and its heart beats faster the angrier it gets, and its heart beats really loud, but it creates an analog for like the player's heartbeat, where in the stressful situations it's like a horror game heartbeat playing. It's genuinely like really great design, and I haven't seen something like that in Minecraft before.
Yeah, I haven't seen good design in Minecraft before either.
Honestly, that's a completely reasonable thing to say. They've been really bad about it, but they've been hiring the right people, and they've been putting a bunch of hints in the Deep Dark that they're going to add a new dimension to the game, which is kind of like a big deal to people within the community.
Yeah, finally non-modded.
So funny you mentioned that. The person who Mojang hired to do the Deep Dark was the Aether developer.
Oh, cool.
Bro, what?
I never actually played it.
Same.
I knew of that mod, but I never got it.
Yeah, I'm in the same position.
Yeah, it was an okay mod. It was just a mod that was like the Nether with its own unique twists, but he's done other things, and he's a really good designer. And Mojang hiring him was like the best decision Mojang has made in a long time.
Is this just how Minecraft is now? That like everything under cave, barely any like why is this cave network extensive? Is that how Minecraft is?
Yeah, 1.18 made caves a lot bigger and a lot more open. They're like 2 types of cave generation or something like that.
Yeah, why do you know that much about it?
Worlds are also a lot taller. I know that much about it because that's pretty basic information.
The fact that there's 2 types of cave generation,
which I'm pretty sure you told me.
Oh.
I found a mine shaft. Whatever.
Yeah, those happen. I say that as if they haven't been happening for the past like 11 years.
What?
Mine shafts have been in the game since like a 1.8, I think, something like that.
No, I know, like I've seen mine shafts. Just noting.
I was just
okay.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of like little hints that they're adding a new dimension to the game. And then like just recently I remembered that the person who's in charge of the Deep Dark, which is where all of these hints lie, is the other developer who has experience adding dimensions to the game. So I think like with all of the hints plus that fact, I'm almost confident that they're doing another dimension pretty soon. I hope it's good. Hope it's fun.
That would be cool.
I mean, I would hope so too, even if I don't end up playing.
I think
we might head there if it gets added, and we're still doing the podcast, just cause.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
also,
that's true.
I'll be updating the Silver Zone server as well. So yeah.
I haven't been on that in forever.
You don't need no obligations. It's just there when you want it.
Yes, obligations.
Okay.
E5 has to join.
I will never play a midsfat.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, Mojang has found its formula for Minecraft, because Minecraft has a bit of an identity crisis. And I'm really happy with the formula they set on, and it's like the embodiment of the Deep Dark. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about Minecraft, but the whole idea is that you explore, and in the wild you encounter like mechanics and gameplay systems that are relevant where you find them. So like the Deep Dark with all like the reactive stuff to your mechanics and all that. But everything that you encounter in the wild can be taken home, and it's a sandbox game, so you toy around with it and find new things that you could do with the mechanics that you found in the wild. Like, they really went all in on that with the Deep Dark. The warden, the thing that like is scary in that biome, is summoned by one block in the biome, and if you take that block home, you can take the warden home. So every single aspect of the Deep Dark can be taken home, which is something they haven't really done.
Has what the warden looks like been shown yet? Like an actual picture?
The warden is like in the game.
Oh, okay.
In a snapshot.
Yeah, not in this version.
Yeah, I could screen share, but I don't know if you're that curious.
I'll just look up.
I know I'm not.
It's really cool. They did a really good job with it. It's genuinely scary. I was not expecting that because I'm somebody who kind of like, I don't get that immersed. But they like really honed in on the sound design.
Yeah, I peed my pants.
And like spawning it in creative mode is scary, which I didn't think that would be the case. But yeah. I think I have a video of it sitting around. I could just send it in the group chat so you can see it.
Sure.
This talk,
I gotta go for just like 1 second.
Okay.
This isn't really like a conversation topic, so I'll say it anyway. This has vaguely reminded me of the Risk of Rain 2 DLC that got released today because it is March 1st, 2022. Which, hello. It added a bunch of...
Are you sending the video, by the way?
I'm trying to find the video.
Okay.
It added a bunch of stuff themed around like a void area that was already in the game. And it's very cool and good, and I like it. That's all.
That's fun.
I might, instead of going to sleep immediately after this, I might play it some more with a friend.
Yeah, that'd be fun for you. Yeah.
Yeah, yep, totally. Fuck you. Anyway, I considered asking if we should get Choco on for this one, but I forgot. Probably for the best that we didn't. So we could have a reason to get him on, or a reason that it's good that we didn't.
Good that we didn't.
Because we were able to just talk about stuff, and if it's gonna be on something of a hiatus, it's probably best not to leave out on whatever the one with Choco would end up being like.
Fair enough. So what you're saying is that you hate Choco. I understand.
I really hate Choco.
We just hate Choco here.
Yeah.
Oh, just because he's Jewish.
All my homies hate Choco because he's Jewish. It's okay though. E5 is one of the good ones.
One of the good ones. Is this gonna load? I don't think this is gonna load.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'd be down to stop for now. I'm tired.
I'm kind of getting tired as well.
Fair enough. I can stop. I mean,
you could now, could you?
Putting torches around the cave, so you know.
Well, I don't really have an outro. I slurred that, fuck. I don't really have an outro for this.
There we go. It's outro music.